Welcome to the Total Boss Podcast, and I'm your host, Christiano Green, a podcast where we talk about finding fulfillment through self-development, being a leader of your own life, and getting the most out of it as well. Tenacity, originality, talent, authenticity, and being legendary. It's all about living your best life. Hello, all you total bosses out there, and welcome to the Total Boss Podcast. And I am your host, Christiano Green, and I am a mindset coach for gay men and women, helping them to find fulfillment and create for freedom in their life. So this week's episode, I'm going to be talking a lot about personal development. I actually just finished earlier today a 5-day seminar with Tony Robbins called Life Mastery. Started at 10 p.m. each night, went till 11 a.m. each day. So it was about 65 hours over the 5 days. So it was total immersion, literally had me exhausted because trying to sleep throughout the day is difficult, trying to focus on your business as well, trying to keep up with your relationships along with 13-hour days is tough. But, you know, I wouldn't have it any other way because in my life, personal development has certainly been a pivotal thing that has truly helped me to grow into the person that I am today. Now, I am a very strong advocate for personal development. That's why I'm in the personal development world with my business, coaching people and helping them to grow and find what they want in their life is super important to me. And so for me, having a background in personal development for the last, 15 odd years, has really helped me to stay in a positive mindset, helped me to get myself out of situations where, I felt stuck. And if it wasn't for personal development, I'd probably be still in a world of pain and suffering because sometimes in life, we get ourselves into situations where we feel like there's no way out. This is the life that we've been given and we just have to go with what comes at us. And I'm here to let you know that that's not the case, right? In life, we all have choices. So if we have choices, that means we can choose something different if we're not happy with where we're at. Now, I know that for a lot of you out there might be a lot of you thinking, well, lucky, good for you. Like you can choose to have something different. I'm stuck in this world where this is my life. And circumstances happen. We are dealt with some cards in life that aren't very great. They're shit sometimes, But again, it's also how we choose to respond and deal with those moments because at the end of the day, our state of mind is up to us. The way that we handle ourselves is up to us. And if we want to move forward and do something more with our life, then we get to choose that as well. So again, a lot of this stuff isn't taught in schools. It's not the things that are going to help you to propel and make you to become a person who thinks on your own. What they teach you in standard schools is designed to help you get into the workforce and to become a, happy and functioning member of society. And societies that was created by certain people, right? So at the end of the day, the schooling is great. It gives you a foundation, but at the end of it, it doesn't help you to really become a critical thinker. It doesn't help you to learn how to deal with situations or to think for yourself or to create your own business. And where we are in the 21st century, 2021, right? With what happened in the last, 18 months with COVID, everything's gone online now. And there's more people here than ever that are creating businesses for themselves, right? And wanting to do more than what they've always been stuck doing. This whole thing caused a massive shift, a massive ripple effect with people, for the good and for the bad in some situations. But, again, it's not about the situation. It's about how you handle it and where you come from because of it. So I know there's been lots of people over COVID who have, felt like they've been dealt a really bad fucking pair of hands, cards, whatever you want to call it. And you're out there, going there, giving it a slog, sometimes feeling like, you've been put into depression, anxiety because of what's happening out in the world. And you feel like you've had your rights and your freedom taken away from you. And yes, there is a lot of that there, but it's again about how do we handle that? How do we manage those situations so that we can leverage the situation to actually become a benefit to us instead of a problem that we might have had to deal with in the past. So for me, what I did over these 5 days at Life Mastery is basically, Tony Robbins has a number of different events, amazing events. I've been to all of them now. This was my final one that I had because I bought a Master University package. So I've just been through the Tony Robbins University. Now he has his beginner course, which is Unleash the Power Within, which really just gives you an amazing kind of mindset shift of really understanding and looking at things, but when it comes to your goals, your values, your needs in life, your belief systems, and really trying to give you an understanding of like, what can you do to make your first shift to start getting you out of where you are in that moment. Because a lot of people, again, feel stuck. So it's a really great introduction into the Tony Robbins world. And if that was all you ever did, then you would get so much value out of that event. Now, and I've actually done that event 4 times. 3 times as a participant, and 1 time I crewed the event as well. So I was privileged to be able to crew it when it was live a couple of years ago. So it's just an event that I would recommend lots of people going to, right? Because it really does help you. It's 4 days, it's total immersion, 12, 13-hour days. And again, it's not for everybody. Not everyone wants to do that. Not everyone thinks they can do that. Not everyone would really get value out of that. But I would say for those people who don't, then, what other personal development can you do where you're going to start to get results as well? So that was my first introduction into Tony Robbins, was the UPW, Unleash the Power Within. But he has courses that relate to all other areas of your life. So he's got a Business Mastery, which is all about understanding business, how you can run your own business, what are you doing with how you can create your actual business to serve people instead of looking at it as always about just making money. Because obviously we go into business to create something, but it's all about service. What are we providing to people so that they can get value from what we're offering, and trying to create raving fans. So it's about understanding your niche, what it is you're serving people on, and how you can do more for them than anyone else out there in the market. And then it's also about really understanding the nitty-gritty stuff so you can keep growing your business from, a really, baby child phase all the way through to being a fully fledged adult where you're running an operation, and maybe you're no longer the operator, you're actually the owner of the business, and you have a real good structure of people helping you when it gets to that point. Obviously a lot of people out there start as solopreneurs. You work solely on your own, and that's a hard slog sometimes. I've been doing that for the last year and a half. Luckily I've got my own, I've got one assistant that helps me at the moment, so I'm not complete solopreneur, but I'm close to it, and I'm working my way up to getting out of that stage, right? And I'm looking forward to taking the learnings that I did get from the business course by there, which again it's 5 days, total immersion, 12, 13, 14-hour days, where you learn everything about business from all different aspects when it comes to how you should be focusing your time, how you should be focusing your energy, the mindset you need to be in, what you need to do to structure everything around your life so that you can have the business that you want and serving your clients to the highest potential. Now, Tony Robbins also has a course on wealth mastery, which is all about becoming a master of your finances, your wealth system, creating true financial freedom for yourself, so that once you've built your business, you can then invest properly and then learn how to actually make your money grow more money for you, so that you no longer have to work. You do what you need to do because you love it, right? And then the rest of your finances actually growing, so it's actually making more money than you need to actually survive. So when you can do that and your money's working for you, all of the dividends, the investments come back and pay you more money, so that again you don't have to work. You're financially free to be able to live the life you choose, and that could be working more on your business or creating a new business, or it could be the fact that you want to take some time to travel, to start living life to the absolute fullest. So again, all of his events are really about trying to get the most and maximize out of your own life, whether that's in business, whether that's in finances, whether that's in your health, well-being, or whether that's in truly understanding yourself more, which is the next course, Date with Destiny, that he has. It's really all about understanding deeply what are the values that you're living by, what are your belief systems, how is it that you're operating your life, and what can you do to actually structure those and change some of the values that you have, so that what you're looking to get out of life, your values are aligned. Because a lot of the time when we don't have what it is that we want in life, it's because our values aren't lined up, and what we're actually spending our time focused on is actually moving away from the things that we really want in our life. And so when you can really understand your true values, what the things that you really need to focus on, you can shift your mindset, shift the way that you live your life, and then you actually see things in your life change. So you'll see how you see the world change, you'll see how you see yourself change, you'll see how you see your relationship with your partner change, you'll see how your relationship with your family, your friends, your colleagues, your team all changes because you change. So if you're looking to change the world, really starting with the man in the mirror is the ultimate key. And that's really what this 6-day event does for you when you do that event. And then the one that I just recently done was all about your health and fitness when it comes to your physical body, your mental state, your emotional state, your spirituality, and your energy. So it's about really working on what is it that we're putting into a body, how are we feeling a body, how can we maximize it. So it's really understanding from really high profile people in the health and fitness world so that you can really maximize the most out of yourself and get the best out of yourself so that you can be the best you want to be when it comes to yourself, your relationships, and your business as well. So you see how they all kind of tie in together to really build up a big foundation of stuff so that you can then again create the life that you truly deserve and truly need in your life. So that's kind of all the Tony Robbins stuff that I've done. So there's plenty of other things that I do all the time that are really related to personal development and growth. You know, I'm always reading books, I'm listening to podcasts, I'm doing different programs from other coaches that I really love to do. And because I believe in growth, what happens is when I get better at something, I share this stuff with my clients, I help them grow, and it makes me better as a person, but also helps me to be a better coach, makes me a better friend, makes me a better partner, makes me a better lover. You know, all of these things can improve when I'm constantly working on myself, because then if you're putting your personal development as a priority for you, you're putting growth as a priority for you. And I've been doing a lot of that stuff for many, many years, but the last, 2 years, really actively, really seeking out stuff that's going to help me in specific areas. So these days now, when I'm reading a book, before I used to just pick books up and go, oh, that looks great, I'm going to read that book. Or I like that guy, I'm going to read this book from him. Whereas now I'm like, okay, what am I needing to grow at? This person is an expert in that field. I'm going to read this book, or I'm going to do this program with this person, because now I'm targeting specific areas so that I'm really smarter with the things that I'm doing. So that's how I would implore you if you're looking at personal growth. Like, what is it that you're looking to get fulfilled in? What type of freedom are you trying to have in your life? Find someone that's going to help you. I've got my own coaches that really help me with that, because, again, the areas that I need help with are a lot about my business. I want to try to help grow my business so that I can help more people, right? Help more people within the LGBT community. And in order to do that, I need to get people who can help me, who've been there before, who've grown businesses, who understand it, so they can coach me in those areas. So coaching isn't just for business, it's for life, right? And, that's why I have different programs that I'm in, always part of something, because I believe it's super, super, super important for you to take the steps forward in your life in whatever direction you go, because growth is going to get you to the results that you want to have. And if you want to have a mediocre life, then you put in mediocre effort, right? And if you want to have an extraordinary, exceptional life, then you have to put in that type of effort, which is why I always say every day is a great day to grow, and I got that from one of my mentors, because I believe that, if you're doing something every day that's to help you move forward in personal development, personal growth, then what's going to happen is each day you're going to get better than you were the day before. And if you're always working on yourself, you're always going to be focused on keeping yourself in a good mindset. And when you're in a good mindset, you can perform better as a friend, as a person, as a coach, as a leader, as a partner, right? So all the areas of your life, if you're focused on your spirituality, if you're focused on your health and fitness, if you're focused on yourself and your body, your physical body, if you're focused on your relationships, if you're focused on your partner, if you're focused on your business, on studies, on learning, on adapting, all of the different areas when it comes to building your finances as well, every area is going to help you to improve in other areas, right? So if I have a focus on my health, building my body up, making sure I'm eating the right things, drinking enough water, getting enough sleep, all those things, I'm going to be in the best possible position to be a better friend, to be a better partner, to be a better coach, right? But, it doesn't just start with the health. That's the foundation of it, where you build up your energy and allow yourself to perform at the best. But then you have to focus on, what is it that I need to do to become a better person on a day-to-day basis? What is the areas that I want to work on? When you can figure out that stuff, you've got clarity on it, then you can get congruent about it and actually then build up the certainty in which avenue you want to take and move forward. So finding a coach, joining a program, doing a course, there's so many avenues out there, reading a book, listening to a podcast, right? All of these different avenues out there that are going to help you to actually get the results in your life that you're looking for. So I'm sure if you're a person who's listening to this type of podcast, then you're a person who's probably wanting to get more out of your life, right? And again, actively finding things that are out there that are going to help move you in the direction of the area that you want to go is only really going to benefit you, right? There's no person that I've ever said that has ever done personal development going, oh my God, I really wish I hadn't spent my life doing personal development because my life is so much worse because I've worked on myself, Every single person who's ever worked on themselves has built a better life for themselves because they start to put themselves first. They start to build their confidence in who they are. They start to pick up their self-worth. They start to focus on loving themselves more so that they can build their bucket up to be at 100%, because when you're at 100%, how much better are you going to be at giving to the people around you, whether that's your clients, whether that's your team, whether that's your family, your friends, your partner, anything, right? As soon as you're better at something, you're going to share that with the people around you, because people who are on the way up, they bring people up. But as you see, when people are on the way down, they bring people down. And when you're on the way up and someone's on the way down, what sometimes happen is you can either help them up, or what will happen is they'll get off the ride as you. And unfortunately, sometimes that means some people won't be in the same experience as you always. I found going through personal growth and personal development that unfortunately not all of the people that were in my life prior to me really getting deep into it are still there now. And that's it was a hard pill to swallow when I went through it. But in the long run, it's really important and worth it to really say, look, if these people can't be there for me when I'm changing my life or making changes that I think are better for my life, then maybe it's time for us to part our ways, and maybe at some point down the track we'll reconnect. And if not, then you know what, I wish them all the best. So that's how it works when you change and grow, is sometimes you outgrow the people, or you just move in a completely different direction, right? Because growth is a funny thing, right? Where you want to grow and where someone else wants to grow could mean that you're growing left, they're growing right, you're growing to 2021, they're growing to 2019. It's okay that people grow in different areas as well. So knowing that you understand that personal development is a thing for you to focus on, and you can't always expect that everyone else around you is going to jump on board just because you want to focus on yourself. But that should never stop you from taking the journey forward and really stepping up and allowing yourself to become the person that you really truly deserve, and honor yourself for that as well. Because when you're putting yourself first, that's not putting someone else down or putting and being selfish. It's actually being really selfless, because the more you can give to yourself, the more you have to give to other people. But if you are at your bottom and your bucket is at 0 or 10% or whatever percent it is, and it's going down instead of up, what happens is you start to feel resentful, you start to feel bitter, you start to feel angry, you start to feel frustrated, you start to feel depressed, anxious, all of those feelings that are moving you away from the place that you want to go. And it's only when you can start to realize, how do I take myself from being in this place and move up a level? And like I said, you're not going to move up from the bottom of the barrel to the top overnight. It does take work. It takes hard work, and it takes perseverance. But if you're committed to that journey and you find someone who you trust, whether that's a coach, whether that's someone who's running a course, whether that's someone who's a teacher, mentor, whatever it is, find someone in your life who can help inspire you to be better, to do better, to have more, to see more, to give more. All of those things are going to move you in a direction that is only going to bring you more joy, right? And if you, like I said, there are going to be times when you really see stuff. You're going to be triggered by things because, in life, people run away from their triggers a lot of the time because they think, oh my God, this is bringing me pain. Whereas I'm going to implore you to focus on whatever it is that's triggering you, because that should be your navigation for you to focus and move in the direction of that trigger. Because when you can move forward in that trigger, that means you're going to grow. You're going to move past something and heal something from the past. And then that's going to give you a breakthrough. That means you're going to move forward. It's going to build up more momentum. So don't allow a trigger to hold you back. Allow yourself to go deep into whatever it is the pain is, because once you can heal from the pain, you can deal with the pain, you can move through the pain, you will grow and become more, and then you'll see more, have more, do more, and then what will that give to your life? So I'm going to leave you with those questions. If you were to focus on personal development, if you were to get a coach, if you were to start to focus on getting fulfillment in your life, if you were to start to creating freedom in your life, what is it that you would have in your life that you don't have at the moment? And if you can figure out those things, what will happen is you're going to start to go, okay, well then now I know what I'm going to get. When I create this for myself, I need to create more of that. And then you start to actively choose the things that you want to have, or the teachers that you want to have, the coaches that you want to have, because then they're going to help you get there faster, right? You know, I spent many years trying to do many things on my own by reading a book or doing this, and it took me a long time to do that. It was only when I really actively said, I'm going to jump into this course, I'm going to do this program, I'm going to get this coach, was when my life started to really propel in the right direction, because I saved myself years of trial and error. Right? I found people who've done things before me, who've proven strategies and a proven pathway to success, and allowing them to guide me and help coach me so that I can truly understand those things instead of just following their path. Because at the end of the day, you know, coaching is a two-way street. You're working with someone, they've given you their perspective or helping you to uncover things, but at the end of the day, it's your choice. And what happens in your life is also different to their life. So you have to look at everything and go, okay, well, how do we work together to move forward to get the dream life that you truly deserve? So think about that. Think about how personal development has maybe already helped you in some small way, whether it is reading a book, listening to a podcast, you know, watching a YouTube show, or you might have already been someone who's really delved deep into it and you already have a coach, or you've had coaches in the past, right? But I implore you to start thinking about what it is that's going to fulfill you, what it is that's going to give you more freedom, and work towards that. You know, I'm honored to be able to help my clients, all those beautiful gay men out there, to create that in their life. And like I said, if I didn't have an opportunity to do personal development, I wouldn't be able to do that. So I continue to work on myself, on my future, on my business, on all of the areas of my life, because I want to be able to serve more people. And if I'm filling myself up to 100% on a consistent basis, then what's going to happen is I'm going to be available to serve more people. I'm going to be able to grow myself, grow my business, grow my body, and then, like I said, grow my relationships, which is the ultimate thing, right? The power of your life is all about the power of your relationships. And if you're not great with the relationship that you have, then I would implore you to start working on yourself more, because it's your relationship with yourself that will be a reflection of all the other relationships that you have out there in life. All right, guys. Well, I thank you so much for listening today. I trust this has been super valuable for you. If you've got any comments, any feedback, or you want me to talk about any specific topics, then leave a comment below or find me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn under Christiano Green. And I wish you all well for the coming week. And always remember, you've got this and I've got you. All right. Bye, guys.